Sometimes the scariest thing isn't what you hear in the dead of night, but what comes for you in the daylight when no one else is watching. Good evening, welcome to another episode here on Creepy with Coffee. I'm Kim, your storyteller. Well, tonight's story, it's slightly different from the stories that I have read or the one that I've told you. I'm not gonna give it much away, but just the title, yeah? Tonight's story, the title is The Pale Man with the Long Hair.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
I grew up in a quiet wooden house, the kind that creaks with age and seems to breathe with the wind. Every afternoon after lunch, when our mother wasn't home, the house would fall into this strange silence. Despite having many siblings, everyone had their own plans. My older brother would usually go off with his friends, either helping at the orchard or playing football in the village field. I was often outside too, running barefoot in the yard with the younger ones and kids from the neighborhood. On this particular day, my sister, Kak Ima, who worked in the city, wasn't home. Only Kak Ati, the eldest, and Kak Ima, our second sister, were around, along with our baby sibling. As the afternoon sun hung lazily in the sky, the house sank into that familiar quiet, broken only by the creak of a wooden swing and occasional crow of a chicken in the distance. Kak Ima, known for her elegance and routines, had just finished bathing. The scent of floral lotion wafted through the house, almost like walking into a bridal room. We always teased her, "Wah, rumah dah macam bilik pengantin lah." But that day, no one teased because everyone was outside. Kak Ati was in the living room, gently pushing the baby's cradle while listening to an old ballad on the radio. It was a calm moment, the kind that should have been peaceful. Meanwhile, Kak Ima went into her room to lie down, leaving the door half open. From her bed, she could see Kak Ati's back as she rocked the cradle slowly. "Just a short nap," she whispered to herself, pulling a light blanket to her chest. Then, the floorboards creaked softly in the corner of her room. Her eyes fluttered open. She blinked, still groggy, and saw a strange mist slowly seeping from the gaps of the wooden wall. "Smoke? Is someone burning trash?" she thought. But the smoke didn't rise. It circled slowly, coiling into a shape, a form. Then it became clear it wasn't a smoke. Somehow the shape, the form, turned into a man. A man with porcelain pale skin, tall, broad-shouldered, and hair long and straight, parted neatly down the middle. His eyes were black, unnervingly black and glassy, like two ink pools. His lips curled into a perfect smile, too perfect, but unnatural. Kak Ima's heart pounded. She couldn't move, couldn't speak. Her body was paralyzed as if a weight held her down. The figure didn't speak. He simply watched her, and then he moved. One long hand reached for her blanket, slowly pulling it down from her chest to her stomach. Kak Ima screamed inside, her eyes darting towards the open door, desperate for someone, anyone, to see what was happening. But Kak Ati was still at the cradle, swaying it gently, humming along to the radio. The man leaned closer. She could feel his breath, cold, like it came from the grave. He lifted her blouse slowly until her navel was exposed. His eyes focused on it, unblinking. His expression twisted softly as if in hunger. He's going to suck the blood from my stomach. He's going to kill me, she thought. His lips drew nearer when suddenly a knock thundered on the front door. Hey, kenapa siang-siang tutup pintu ni? It was Ayah. His voice cut through the silence like a blade. The pale man flinched, his eyes shifting. The smile disappeared, and just like that, his body dissolved into the mist again, vanishing through the wall from where he came. The moment the figure disappeared, Kak Ima screamed, "Kak Ati!" The bedroom door flew open. Kak Ati rushed in, her face pale with worry. "Ima, what happened?" Kak Ima leapt from the bed, sobbing as she ran towards the living room where Mak Ayah were standing, bags of groceries in hand. They had just returned from town, and it turned out Ayah had taken the day off to accompany Mak, something he rarely did. Clinging to Mak, her whole body trembling, Kak Ima choked out of her words. "There was a man in my room with long hair, pale skin. He tried to do something with me." Ayah's face darkened, his voice stern. "That's why I always tell you not to use scented lotions in this house. Spirits are drawn to fragrance. Doesn't matter if it's day or night. If the house is quiet, they will come." From that day onward, everything changed. Kak Ima stopped using scented products at home. The floral fragrance that once filled our wooden house disappeared forever. She would only apply her lotions when she was going out to town or attending weddings. At home, she never felt like doing it anymore. Not after she met the man made of mist, who came through the wall wearing a smile that no human should ever wear. Some say spirits are drawn to fragrance. Others say they prey on those who rest alone. Now, you tell me, would you wear these scented products at home still after listening to this story? Let me know down below in the comments. Once again, if you have yet to do so, please help me like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and that's all for tonight's episode. I'm Kim. This is Creepy with Coffee. Good night.